Hi, this is Lane8492. This is the second of two true crime story videos I'm doing. This one is on Curtis Lee Windom, and his crime was also in Florida, as Edward John Zacharzewski's was from my first true crime story video. Now, as for Curtis Lee Windom, he too is also on death row in Florida for a triple murder committed in Orange County, Florida, the county of Orlando. You see, Curtis Lee Windom was convicted in the triple murders of Johnnie Lee, his girlfriend Valerie Davis, and her mother, Mary Lubin. Apparently, Johnnie Lee owed Curtis Lee Windom about $2,000. And when Curtis Lee Windom got word that Johnnie Lee had won $114 after winning a bet at a Greyhound racetrack, Curtis Lee Windom decided he was going after that money. And when he got to the house where Johnnie Lee was, apparently, Curtis Lee Windom shot Johnnie Lee twice in the back and then shot his girlfriend, Valerie Davis, to eliminate any witnesses that could implicate Curtis Lee Windom in the crime. And then minutes later, Windom drove his car next to where Lee was. Okay, and sorry, I was mistaken. After that, Windom ran toward the apartment of what the document described as his on and off again girlfriend after he had shot Johnnie Lee and then shot Valerie Davis. And apparently after Valerie Davis's mother, Mary Lubin, learned that her daughter had been shot, Mary Lubin left work and was driving down the street. And when she reached a stop sign, Curtis Lee Windom approached her car and said something to her, and then he pulled out a gun and shot her twice to where she died from her wounds. Another man, Kenneth Williams, was also wounded, but thankfully, by the grace of God, he survived and was able to identify Curtis Lee Windom as the perpetrator of the crime. And as a result of the detective's investigation, Curtis Lee Windom was named as the #1 suspect and was eventually arrested. And he was put on trial for the triple murders in the Orange County Courthouse in Orange County, Florida. He was found guilty and sentenced to death for the triple murders, and now all of his appeals are exhausted, and Governor Ronald Dion DeSantis has signed his execution date for August 28th, which will be carried out 9 days after the execution of Kyle Barrington Bates, which will be on August 19th. It means after Curtis Lee Windom is executed on August 28th, Florida will have executed 11 prisoners this year. So far this year, Florida has executed 8 prisoners: James Dennis Ford, Edward Thomas James, Michael Anthony Tansey, Jeffrey Glenn Hutchinson, Glenn Edward Rogers, Anthony Floyd Wainwright, Thomas Lee Gudinas, and Michael Bernard Bell. And there'll probably be many more death warrants signed by the governor before this year is over. But whenever they're set, I'll be doing a true crime story video on each one that gets set. Well, hope you enjoy this video and let me know what you think. Thanks.